Hello my friends and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 challenge run. Hope you're all doing well. Well, I say challenge run, what I mean is possibly a challenge run. I asked you guys to suggest me difficult character weapon combinations that didn't come up during my random series, and one that was mentioned a few times really surprised me. That was Jack with Spiky Shield. I don't think that this is going to be a difficult run, but I thought that given that a number of different people suggested this as a challenging run to play, especially on the Abyss, I should give it a go and see whether that's actually true or not. So we're going to jump in and I'll see if the internet was right about this being a difficult run. The reason I don't think this is going to be super hard is just that Jack gets improved economy and Spiky Shield is one of the game's strongest weapons. So, seems like a nice match to me, but definitely possible that I'm missing something here. With the Jack, you don't really need to build early harvesting. You get really good economy in the early game especially. But when you get 5 harvesting like this, so I would actually take armor over the harvesting to scale our spiky shields. But when you get 5 harvesting to start, you might as well just grab it. Just to remind you about the Jack, of course, we do extra damage against bosses and elites, drop triple materials, but have 70% fewer enemies, and increased enemy health and damage. I'm gonna roll here, and we are looking for spiky shields, though I will lock a propeller hat, and a lemonade is also good enough to grab. Okay, well, if we never find spiky shields, this run does get more challenging. We got 3, though, which is plenty. One thing that we will need to do is fix our movement speed. Because this weapon gives you the blunt weapon tag, it gives you a -10 to your move speed. Which on the Abyss is pretty dangerous, and for the Jack is pretty dangerous as well. Enemies hit hard and have a lot of health, and are fairly slow at killing them because... Oh, I should have looked up there. I could have gotten that tree kill as well. Enemies hit hard, have a lot of health, and we're fairly slow at killing them because Spiky Shield doesn't do a ton of damage until you get a bunch of armor. So having low move speed can be a challenge. I could take 3 move speed here or 5 attack speed. I think I am just going to take the 3 move speed, and then, like I said, I'm going to take armor over harvesting because Jack itself gives us such strong economy. We don't really need the harvesting, and we do need additional armor in order to scale our spiky shields as quickly as possible, and to survive the additional damage that the jacked up enemies do. I honestly have, as I said, I was surprised by seeing this suggested multiple times by multiple people because it does seem like a pretty strong run. So I don't know if I'm missing something or if there's like maybe another video creator who lost this run or something like that, because several different people mentioned it. I'm gonna take 6 movement speed here in order to just get that positive, and then we will take a spiky shield, take the propeller hat and the lemonade and roll, and then we'll combine and pick up another spiky shield. I'll lock the mushroom. We do want more regeneration as well, and then we will roll again to try to upgrade our weapons. Spiky shield's damage scaling and base damage increase as you level it, so it's very powerful to level this weapon up. It's one of the best in the game in terms of scaling with levels. Sometimes on the Jack, if you have a really low damage weapon, it can be hard to kill trees, because the trees do benefit from the additional HP that enemies get. I will kill the Curse Alien here. Curse is very powerful. It is a little risky for this character sometimes, but Curse is just such a good stat. I want to kill the Curse Alien anyways. Weird Ghost, we have a mushroom locked, but I think that might not be enough healing. Going into wave 5. So we don't have the Lamprey. The Lamprey's on wave 4. I think I can get away with taking the Weird Ghost here. I can also build dodge. We have 6 dodge for free from the medieval weapon tag, so we could build dodge as a defensive stat, but let's just take 6 max HP first. We'll take the mushroom, we'll take the lumberjack shirt. That will solve the problem of killing trees faster. And then 2 more armor items. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. I have +1 consumable heal, and I do want more regeneration and health, so I will take the alien worm here, and then I'm going to lock a spiky shield as well. Baby elephant I'm going to pass on. With this character, enemies have additional health, so trying to scale multiple sources of damage is usually futile. You just want to boost your weapon damage as much as possible. Should be able to kill this curse alien pretty easily. They're worth a ton of money to this character. And similar to loot aliens, I believe curse aliens are also always guaranteed to drop their materials. So you always get the money from them. Here, I'm going to just take 6 dodge. I think we can build dodge, and then I will buy an armor as well. Just want to maximize our armor to make our spiky shields as strong as we can. We'll take Alien Worm and Cute Monkey. More good healing options for us. And I'll take a Scar. Corrupted Shard. Yeah, I do want to increase my percent damage, which was negative, and my curse as well. And then we'll take a Metal Plate and a Propeller Hat. We've been offered a lot of pretty solid armor items, which is definitely nice. And then we'll roll and lock this entire shop. Basically couldn't be a better shop for us. Jack used to have what apparently was a bug where you would always drop, enemies would always drop materials. They have changed that, so enemies don't always drop materials on this character anymore. But at the same time, they also fixed another bug where the income scaling was off for the character for whatever reason. So Jack's economy actually got a lot stronger with that patch, which is now a while ago. I'll take 6 max HP here, and then 3 more armor. I definitely need some more move speed and attack speed. Those are the main things. But we've gotten to 40 HP, we've got 14 armor, so we're in really good shape. Actually, 16 armor with the additional spiky shield. Take the Lemonade, Metal Plate, and Propeller Hat, and I will take Cake and Cute Monkey as well. Feather does cost me some XP gain, but when we have 12 dodge already, I think starting to build more dodge is worth it, and I do want the move speed here. Acid, I'm going to pass on, and Goldfish, I will pass on as well. The Goldfish, I think we would end up spending a lot of money, and there's actually not that many really high-level items that we want. Like, we would take high-level spiky shields we'd be happy with, things like a fairy we'd be happy with, but mostly we just want to buy normal items for this character. An item like Starfish is best when you're playing a character that needs to get a little bit lucky in order to win, and I don't think that that's the case for this character. We just need to continue to increase our stats and buy normal items at the normal pace, and I think we should be in good shape, especially if I get more regeneration before we fight the elites. Elites are definitely going to be a bit of a challenge. We won't have the damage to kill them, and usually with the Jack, you want to try to kill elites. But for this character, we'll probably be running away, but we should have tons of armor and hopefully enough healing to make that possible. I've got negative percent damage and 0 attack speed. I think I'll take the attack speed over the percent damage first, but I definitely do want to fix both of those stats. Clockwork Wasp gets me to positive movement speed, Feather, a little bit of dodge. I will take a black belt as well. I do still want increased XP gain. Obviously, losing 8 luck is a little painful, and the melee damage doesn't do anything, and the knockback is actively bad for us, but I think the XP gain is still worth it. And then we'll take a coupon and an upgraded spiky shield as well. So in order of priority, more armor is always important, regeneration is really important, and some percent damage would be nice. Are the stats that we need at this point. I will say the knockback is making it a little harder to kind of confirm the kills on these enemies that are running at us. Fortunately, the anglerfish keep coming back, so we can just keep punting them away and then hitting them. I'll take 10 luck here, or do I want 1 armor? Obviously, the higher level upgrade is nice, and luck is very good, but armor is also excellent. I think we can take 10 luck, and then 4 regeneration is perfect. I'm going to say that's because I bought that luck, that we got the high level regen. We'll take the coupon first, and then I will buy the penguin. Range is actually not terrible on spiky shields, and it does get us a free reroll. So I think I will take the glasses here. It will end up being very cheap because we save, basically we get 1 free reroll and then a cheaper reroll the second time. So we get to buy this range, which is not super impactful, but isn't bad for this very short-ranged weapon at a very, very cheap cost. Roll here, and really nice finds. I will take, I think, the cursed spiky shield to increase our curse. Gambling token, losing an armor is obviously very bad for when you're a spiky shield build, but I am building dodge, so I think I will take the gambling token. We'll take the adrenaline for sure. Do I want the baby elephant? I still don't think that's worth it, so I'll just buy the gambling token and we won't lock the baby elephant. A cursed shield obviously increases our damage output by a lot, so we're very happy to see that. One enemy type that is somewhat challenging for the Jack on Abyssal Terrors is those Hatchers, because they don't... There's no penalty to the number of things that they hatch based on decreased enemy spawns. So if you aren't fast at killing the eggs or clearing the Hatcher, you can end up with a lot of slashers spawning. Now, for this character, I don't think that's really a problem, because we just kill everything reasonably quickly, and we have the defensive stats not to care that much about extra enemies being on the field, but it can be a more difficult enemy type for this character. Trying to get this loot alien, but you can see that our really high knockback is giving me some trouble here. Oh, okay, nice. I got it right before the end. I did probably spend too much time chasing it and cost myself some income there, but, you know, we got a cursed gambling token out of it, so worth it. Whetstone, I actually do want to decrease my knockback as much as possible, and the lifesteal isn't totally irrelevant. It's not great for this character, but it's fine. I think we can do better. We'll take 2 armor here, that's perfect. Take an adrenaline, then I will roll, take a propeller hat, and I do want more max HP, so I'll buy the spicy sauce. The damage is not that important, but max HP is always good for this character. Take the spiky shield, and roll again. I'll lock a leather vest. I could have gotten a lot of random luck-based damage, but Cyberball obviously is much worse for the Jack, because there's fewer enemies. Baby Elephant is as good or better for the Jack than it is for other characters, because there's more materials on the ground, typically. But I just don't think we need it. And I would rather, again, focus on finding more core stats. I'm determined to treat this run like a challenge run and, you know, play somewhat seriously, even though I don't think it's going to be particularly challenging. I will say when we take hits, it does do a lot of damage, and we are taking some hits. That's because I have pretty low attack speed. So our spiky shields are not doing a great job at stopping enemies from hitting us. But we're just making so much money every wave. I'll take the extra pickup range, that can be useful, and then let's definitely fix our percent damage, which was still in the negative. I'm gonna reroll here, and we'll take 4 more regeneration, because my regeneration was very low. Take a leather vest, and roll. Metal plate, definitely. Spiky shield, yes please. Roll again. I guess I'll get the level 4 cursed shield, and we'll buy another one. We'll take an armor. Currently, my attack speed is 7%, and my percent damage is 2. So I think I'm passing on the missile. I want more of both of those stats, but decreasing my already terrible attack speed just seems not wise. Take a Peaceful Bee here. I will take an injection, so now we've got 9% damage, doing a little bit better. I do think I want another Alien Worm, because my regeneration is now a little more respectable at 17. I'll test my damage against the elite. With the Jack, we do get bonus damage against elites, and this one's typically fairly easy to fight because you can space near it and not take damage usually. So I think we should be able to kill it here. There are some elites that I probably wouldn't try to fight, but this one I think is generally easier to kill than to run away from. Whoops, okay. I do need to be a little more careful there. We wouldn't have died without that dodge, but don't want to put myself in that position. Actually, we might have, because I think I looked at my health after the adrenaline proc. So it's possible that I walked into that elite attacks enough that I would have died without one of them hitting a percent dodge. Ooh, can we get this tree? Nice. Explosive turret. I just don't think this is going to be enough damage, so I'm going to recycle that. Going into wave 12 with the Peacock, increased enemy damage is pretty dangerous for this character because we're very short-ranged. We don't have a lot of attack speed, but I think we can still get away with it. I'm going to recycle the alloy because it doesn't do anything for us, and 3 more armor. One reason I took extra damage there is because I have 0 move speed, which is not what I like on a character like this, especially for fighting elites. Even a little bit more move speed would have made it much easier to dodge there. We'll take an upgraded spiky shield, and stone skin gives me suddenly really high maximum HP, and I can even fix my attack speed by picking up this banner. I'll roll again. We'll definitely take a clover and a dangerous bunny. 50% dodge also means that we're almost at dodge cap. Yeah, because I looked up and saw that we had, like, high teens of HP. I don't remember the exact number, but more health than the enemy was doing damage after I got that dodge. But the dodge would have healed me for 5 because we have adrenaline. So it's very possible that if I miss on all of those dodges that I would have died. Someone feel free to let me know in the comments. But, you know, that's why we bought the stat. Three levels there on our Peacock level. We'll recycle the Tyler here, take 10% more attack speed, because I definitely need to improve that. And then I'll do a reroll here. If I take 6 dodge, that gets us to dodge cap, but I think 12% damage is too good to pass up on, and then we'll take 9 speed to get up to positive movement speed. Here I can buy Clover and Penguin. Do I want 1 HP with a reroll? I don't think so. Roll a couple times. I keep getting offered these baby elephants. I think I'm gonna take the Clockwork Wasp, because getting to 14 movement speed makes us much safer. And at this point I will now take the baby elephant, just for a little bit of extra damage. Buy a Corrupted Shard as well. For 21, I'll do another reroll. Alien Tongue, I don't think we need a second. Alright, the Cursed Lampreys are definitely putting some pressure on us. But at this point, my armor is so high that I can just tank most enemies with impunity. So even though our damage is a little bit lower, we've just managed to build so many defensive stats. Oops. I one-shot the tower, so we immediately made the Stargazer angry. Having bought less harvesting does mean you make less money on these later waves, but Jack's early economy is so strong that I don't think it matters that much. We don't have any structures currently, so I'll recycle the lighthouse. I don't need the HP here. I think I'll just take 10 attack speed. That's totally fine. We'll take the corrupted shard and roll. Another spiky shield is going to be great. Obviously, increasing our weapon levels is really nice. Roll again here, and we'll take another one. Another banner is awesome as well. We've actually managed to get 25 extra range on our spiky shields, so a 1/6 increase in their range, which is starting to mean something, but you can see how much range we had to buy to get even a tiny increase. This is something that I have talked about before, but the problem with range isn't that it's not good. It is good to have a lot of range. The problem with range is that buying it is really expensive for a very, very low impact. We've bought a lot of items that increase our range and still have only increased our actual attack range by 1/6. And that's just not a particularly meaningful increase. If the developers wanted to make range a more viable strategy and a stat that you would want to focus your build around a little bit more, I think they would need to probably triple the amounts that you get. Like, if glasses gave you plus 50 range, then it would be worth buying on a lot of characters. Very similar to Knockback in that way, where they just really overpriced it when they were statting out the items. Yeah, I'll take a Cauldron. I do still have fairly low regeneration, but the pickup range and the extra damage is good, and then we'll fix our regen again. We will take a Cursed Spiky Shield, which is awesome. And unfortunately, I can't level up the Cursed one with this one, but I'll still take a leveled up shield. I have a choice between the Shackles and the Cyclops Worm here. I think the regen is going to be more important than the damage going into the Elite fight. Also, I guess I should buy the Feather because we're so close to dodge cap. And again, we should have the damage to kill this Elite fairly comfortably, I think. Hopefully I don't just walk into every attack like I did last time. Although if I do, our defensive stats are a lot better than they were, so it's a lot less dangerous. This, by the way, is one of the Elites that I would not have fought on Wave 11, because it's really hard to attack it without taking damage. Because it fires those spread shots right at you. So when you're a melee character, it can be quite difficult to actually hit it without it hitting you back. See if we can get a couple of Curse Alien kills as well. So I will lose 3 dodge, but the spider's still just really good. It's all stats that we really want. We'll take the improved tools as well. I've capped my movement speed, so no point in increasing that. Let's reroll here. Okay, I'll take 6 dodge, and then the feather will put me over the top for dodge cap. Even though we only get one of these points of dodge, dodge gets so much better. Each point of dodge improves each subsequent point of dodge, that even 54 for only effectively 1 point of dodge here is a really good deal in terms of increasing our effective HP. And also, this lets us buy items that decrease our dodge by a small amount without hurting us. I'll take the mouse here, and I'll grab Sad Tomato. Currently have 50 luck, so the pearl I think is fine, and we'll take a spiky shield as well. Obviously want to level up our weapons. Sad Tomato's a nice one for us. It just helps get us to the point where any damage we take will be healed very rapidly. I'm still, other than getting a little sloppy and taking extra damage from the elite that time, I'm not really certain where the challenge in this run is. It may be a playstyle thing as well. I'm very used to buying a lot of defensive stats and, you know, playing cautiously, building a lot of armor and everything, so if you are a player who relies more on sheer killing power, it may be a little more difficult this run. Let's roll here and take 3 regeneration. I will pick up both of these items that we have locked, and then roll again. Mushroom will take. Fishhook for the last 2 waves. Basically, we get this for 18. We would lock on wave 18 and 19. Is that worth it? Honestly, probably not. I think it's a little too late for the fishhook, but we'll take Mushroom and Banner, and I'll roll one more time with 8 for 18. We'll take a Ritual as well. It actually ended up with a lot of lifesteal, which is kind of funny on a really slow attacking character like this. And killing all the curse aliens. Oh, didn't quite manage to get that loot alien before the end. I'm going to recycle the torture here, of course. Do I want 4 armor or 20 attack speed? I think the attack speed actually will matter more. Obviously, either of those, you know, you can't lose in that situation. Either of those are amazing picks. But our damage is high enough that I think we can kill the elites faster just by attacking more often. I'm going to roll past the spyglass. I don't think it'll pay off. And here, I'll take a Cursed Goldfish. So funny thing about Cursed Goldfish is it actually loses the curse after you reroll, because it becomes a resting goldfish and no longer gives you curse, which is unfortunate. Mammoth, I suppose, is worth buying, and I guess I'll take a Knot, because we'll be on the very last wave, so might as well pick this up right before the end of the game. The Mammoth is just for the regen, but 9 regen is still, I think, worth it. If I can't afford all of those, then the Mammoth is the one that I won't buy. I guess we'll have one more shop before the end. For some reason, I was thinking this was wave 19, not wave 18, but the Knot will probably still be good, and if it prevents me from buying like a level 4 cursed shield, then I get to be mad about that, and that's funny. That pufferfish was just, like, living in the Stargazer's house. I think it got stuck against the tower somehow, which was really funny. You'd think it would think better of that, because the Stargazer is so much bigger. I'll take 8% damage here, and then let's go ahead and upgrade our shield, take the Mammoth, and I'll leave the Knot locked so we have a chance to buy other stuff if I want to. Baby Squid would be awesome if I'd gotten it earlier, but we did not. We'll lock a Spiky Shield here. Actually, I don't have the Fishhook, so I would have to sell the level 3 to buy the level 4, and that's actually probably not even worth it. in terms of the increase to our damage output. So I think I'm actually not locking the spiky shield. We're hoping instead to roll into a cursed one, or something a little bit better. 30 extra base damage on one weapon is just not really worth spending 300 materials for. Killing that big squid. I will say the baby elephants would have been fun this run, but given that many people said it was a difficult run, I thought, you know, I better approach it like one. I'll take 4 regeneration here, and then, yeah, we will still buy the knot. We'll roll here. If I end up seeing a cursed spiky shield, oh well. Tardigrade we don't need. Grind's Magical Leaf doesn't do anything at this point. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to light enemies on fire, right? The Greek Shield would help us kill things a little faster. Crit chance is also not bad on this weapon. It crits for ×2. So we could buy the sunglasses. I think even at the cost of 1 armor, that does increase our DPS. We cannot buy the spiky shield, but I can pick up the mushroom, and I'll roll. And baby gecko I don't really care about. Let's take a head injury. That's perfect. There's our way to set things on fire. So if I'd bought the Greek fire, I could have bought the scared sausage. That's actually kind of funny. And then let's see if we can kill the bosses. You go after the whale boss. Typically, he's the one you want to fight first. This has harder to dodge attacks in general. Having really high % dodge also makes this a lot easier, so I'm definitely glad that we invested in % dodge. Often when you just have even a little bit of dodge to start with, you can get to dodge cap at a reasonable time, and it just makes it a much more efficient defensive stat. Dodge is on the edge of being good most of the time, and most characters will choose to skip it as sort of the first thing that you give up on, but just a tiny head start changes that, can change that calculus. And there we go. We have defeated the bosses, and that is another challenge run down. So hopefully if this is one that you were finding difficult, this will help, because I think that this is actually a run that should be pretty consistent to win. Just buy a lot of armor. Don't worry too much about your economy, because the character we're playing just handles that for us. And make sure that you have the healing to be able to survive the elites. Taking a look at our items here, we've got 340 healing from Cute Monkey, so very good on those. The Triple Penguin was really nice as well. That ended up being a lot of healing over the course of the run. Only 230 saved from the coupon, so not the best performing coupon, but still pretty good. 155 healing from Adrenaline. That gives you a sense of just how good the dodge was, so I'm very happy that I bought that. I'm also, we decreased our knockback, but actually not by as much as I thought. We've still got 16 knockback on our weapons here. Only 4.6k damage on the spicy sauce, which is what you want to see. It means that your weapons were killing stuff. And the stone skin was excellent. Gave us a lot of HP. The dangerous bunny was very good as well. Even the late baby elephant was pretty nice, so I probably should have just bought the other two, because this run could have been, like, funnier if the baby elephants were just going off all the time. It wouldn't necessarily have been stronger, but it would have been funnier. And the pearl ended up not bad. 4% damage is fine for that. Didn't go off at all. The endgame sunglasses were pretty good. I think they increased our clear speed against the bosses pretty easily. All right, my friends, I hope that you enjoyed this run, and if you have, feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out with the algorithm, so I appreciate you taking the time to do so, and definitely let me know what other challenging character weapon combinations you have in mind, especially ones that have been giving you difficulty, and we can either struggle to win with them, or maybe just find a way to win with them more consistently, like with this one. As always, you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game analysis. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.